Yo guys, what is going on? It's Ytlukeyy here and welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to be talking about the best settings to be using in Modern Warfare. Shit, I'm so used to saying that. Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, it's finally out. I'm so used to saying Modern Warfare because obviously I've been playing that for a year now, but this game has finally came out. A lot of people always wonder what the best settings are for games when they just come out, so that is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. These are the best settings to improve how well you're going to be playing, how well the game looks, and just some other little tips as well I have, because a lot of people do make mistakes when they're doing the settings on this game. So I am going to go ahead and show you guys the best settings to go ahead and use and some things that you might want to avoid. So let's go ahead and get into this. All you got to do to get onto the settings menu is press start. A lot of you guys are probably making one of the biggest mistakes, and that is literally not changing your sensitivity and not changing your settings at all. I did it for my first game, and it's a big habit that a lot of people do. As soon as you get the game, you don't bother thinking about changing your settings, but you definitely should be. So the sensitivity I'm going to be rocking with is a 7.7. On Modern Warfare I use a 6.6, but this game seems to be a little bit faster or a little bit more sensitive, I'm not quite sure, but I found a 7.7 after a couple of games to be the perfect sensitivity for me. Now obviously everyone has a different sensitivity, so the best way to go ahead and do this is literally start in the middle, which is a 7.7, play a game. If you think it's too fast, change it down. If you think it's too slow, change it up. But I am going to be rocking with a 7.7. The highest you can go on this is a 14, so a 7.7 for me is perfect because it's halfway through the fastest and the lowest. Next up we've got the ADS sensitivity. This basically means the sensitivity whilst you are aiming down the sights, not whilst you're not aiming down the sights. This is completely different. Now a lot of people make the mistake of literally not changing this setting at all, but it can really help. The perfect setting I have found is 0.8 to 0.9. A lot of people just keep it on 1, but changing it just below the normal default setting is actually really good. For high zoom, which is sniper scopes, etc., I keep it exactly the same. Button layout, it's completely up to you. I play default, I play claw, but let me just walk you through the different ones we have. So we've got tactical, we've got lefty, Charlie, one-hand gunslinger, bumper jumper, which is one of the biggest, most used ones. We've got bumper jumper tactical, which is another big one. Stick and move, which is where you use your sticks to jump when you press them in. And that is it. So we've got some pretty popular ones there. Stick and move, in, and bumper jumper are one of the best ones that a lot of people do use. So that is the button layouts. Flip, no, you don't want to flip these. Keep them exactly the same. You don't want to go ahead and put this on either. If you put this on, it's the worst thing you could ever do, because if you want to look left, you got to put your analog stick right. So literally make sure you do not have this on, because it literally turns it so horrible. Controller vibration, personally I like to have this enabled, but a lot of people don't like to have this on. This is complete preference, but for me I like to have it enabled because it kind of makes me feel like I'm in the game a little bit more, and when I'm shooting the controller vibrates, so I just feel like I'm in the game a bit more and it just feels a bit better in my opinion. Next up, slow down and strafing aim assist. You're going to want this on. Basically what this does is it slows down your sensitivity when your aim is on enemy targets, which is the slow down aim assist, which is obvious. You're going to want this on. Strafing aim assist affects your movement when aiming at enemies to help you stay on target, which once again you're going to want this on. Without this on, you're going to be a complete dog. Next up, aim down sight behavior, hold, put that on hold, and then attack vehicle control mode, just keep that as aim based. Now for graphics, for the safe bound area, you're going to want to just line it up just before the end of your TV or whatever you're using. Pretty obvious there. Brightness, keep it pretty much as the same. You can put it a bit higher if you guys want to, but don't go anywhere over 60. Next up, split screen orientation. This is irrelevant. Motion blur, make sure to have motion blur off. Literally make sure to have it off. When you have motion blur on, this will basically make the world and everything blurry when you move left to right, and it's awful. I don't even know why it exists, because every single person turns it straight off. For audio, the best thing I found is keep all these the same. audio presets, change it to high boost. This is going to make it a little bit more easy to hear footsteps, etc, etc. Microphone volume, all of this kind of stuff does not matter. And an interface, all of this stuff once again does not really matter. But that is it for today's video. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.